welcome back to a new segment on Listen Damn It. Today you guys only got me, so you're stuck. It is what it is. But yeah, I wanted to go ahead and talk about Miami Music Week. That it was, I believe, I think like 2 weeks ago. So if you guys don't know what Miami Music Week is, it's pretty much a week where there's a bunch of DJs playing in different venues or, just in different places in general for that whole week. And it's also during the week of Ultra Weekend. So there's a lot of like EDM music, house music, techno, all of those, fun kind of music. I'm into that kind of music. I don't listen to them often. I'm not sure if it's a festival or concert type of thing, but I would say it's a concert like here that we have in Miami. It's pretty much, I believe it gets sold out every year that it comes about. Damn, my throat always, I don't know what it is. Every time I get on this, my throat just doesn't want to cooperate. But yeah, so Ultra comes every year. It's a whole weekend thing, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I've never, ever since I moved to Miami, which is years ago, I would say, I don't know, since I moved here since I was like 13 years old, I believe. The reasons being that I couldn't go was because either that week I would forget that it's Ultra Weekend, and those things you kind of have to like once the tickets come out, you need to buy them right away. Another reason why I probably haven't gone as well is at times they're really expensive. They're really pricey tickets, and at times I'll be broke. I'm not even gonna lie. Around that time I might not have money. It's kind of like when in my brother's birthday be coming about, like none of us be having money, to do something really fun, type of thing. But yeah, so it usually is here every year. I've always wanted to go. I'm trying to make it like a goal of mine to go at least once in my life, not for the whole entire weekend, but at least for one day. I would just like to have that experience of going. And to me, it doesn't really matter the lineup of who is going to be performing, but I just really just would love to have that experience and say that I had it, that I've gone at least once. So yeah, I didn't really think that I was going to do anything. I didn't have anything planned, but on Facebook there is this no, sorry, on Instagram there is this page, I guess, is, I don't know if they're promoters of DJs or venues, or they're the ones that plan or and make these events. But there's a Instagram page called Blink CNVS, and basically they were doing these kind of, I don't know if anybody's seen it, but on Instagram sometimes these different pages will kind of do a giveaway of tickets, and they happened to do a giveaway of 2 tickets. It was for a Friday night to go to a venue in Wynwood, and it was for 2 tickets. And usually with these kind of giveaways, they ask you to either follow their page, and you got to tag a bunch of people or friends, and or repost them in their story, on your story, and all this stuff. So I did that, and I happened to win. I never win any of this shit, by the way. I I never, and I've I've done a lot of these giveaways, like I put my name for it, but I never ever win. So I won these 2 tickets, which I was happy. And because one, I haven't been going out at all during the weekend, at least for fun. I've gone out to do like adult life things, but I never really gone out just to have a good time. I haven't done that for a while. So I was very excited that I got those tickets. I happened to write about it. I posted it on Twitter, which my sister saw, and she was like, "Okay, I guess we're going." And I was like, "Who invited you?" Like, I didn't invite you. But the thing was, like, and not that I didn't want to take her. It wasn't like that. I just felt like, at first I was like, I don't think I'm gonna take you. But also I don't really have much friends that are into this kind of music. So, and my sister was down to go, so I was like, okay, you know what? And I wanted to go with somebody besides the fact that they enjoy the music. somebody that I know wasn't gonna just like brush me off and go and happen to, if they run into people that they know, their other friends, that they just leave me behind and all of a sudden I'm alone. Cool. I think my sister's. I believe I don't think she's ever gone to anything like this either. So we're pretty much gonna go, and this will be our first time, and we'll just make the best of it, basically. So I won those tickets. We decided to go, and that started, I believe, at 9 p.m. because there was a lineup of DJs, and I didn't really know most of them. The only person I really knew, or the only DJ I really knew, was Steve Aoki. So I was like, okay, well, at least I know somebody, and it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be We're gonna just make it a vibe. So we went ahead, and it was just for the Friday. On that Friday, we went, and it started at 9. But like, I wanted to make sure we got there on time, because in case it gets packed, I don't know how many people were to go to this. It was like a outdoor venue type of thing that had like one stage where the DJs were going to go and perform, and they had like different like bar stations, and I think like food areas. So we went, but it was really cool. It looked really nice. Like, the stage was really cool. There was these huge letters that said, there was these huge letters that were pretty much, the letters were bright blue letters, and they were on this huge wall, and it said love. That my sister and I went ahead and took a picture with, like, in the background. And yeah, and we were there. But when we got there like at 9, almost like 9:30, I would say, and it was still like empty. There was just, I would say, like 5 souls just walking around. There was just nobody there. There was a DJ that was playing, but there was not many people. I guess we were there too early, even though it started at 9. And but whatever, we pre-gamed before going, so we took a few shots of tequila. When we got there, we also had gotten we got margaritas, and so we just decided to stay there until, like, more DJs started to come out and play. And we also there was a little area where they were selling like these huge fans, and the fans had different kind of decorations on them, or designs, I should say. They had different designs on them, and they were glow in the dark. They looked super cool, and I was like, oh shit, I would like to get one. And so I told my sister she wanted one. They were $30 each. They were fucking pricey ass fans, but whatever. And it's one of those fans, that I don't even know the proper name of it. It's just those fans that you carry around with you, every time, and whatever. There are these big ass fans, and my sister got one with a, I don't know what. Oh, she had one with like a anime design on it, and I had gotten one. I bought one that said "wet" on it. I'm very dirty minded, and I was like, "Oh, let me get this." I didn't notice, and I swear to you, and my sister said, "But I told you, like, it had that on it," and I was like, "I swear I didn't hear you." Afterwards, when we got out, and we well now that not when we got out, but when we started walking to where the stage was, she was like, I opened it, and she was like, "Do you see what it is?" And I was like, "It just says wet on it." But then I'm looking at it, I'm like, I see some fingers, like it looks like a woman finger. And she was like, "It's a pussy." And I was like, "Wait, what?" And I started cracking up, because I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy one of these fans. I'm gonna just, have it with me tonight." But I was planning on giving it to my mom, because when I went with my mom one time to Wynwood, she saw some people have these big ass fans, and she was like, "Oh, I want one." So I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna buy this right now." Even though it says wet on it, I know, but she won't really understand wet, but because of the picture, she'll fucking understand. And she was like, "Yeah, there's it's a pussy on it, and that's why it says wet." And I was like, "Oh fuck!" And it has like white, well, whatever. I'm getting too specific with it. Yes. So basically, it's a pussy that's and it has the word wet on it. I couldn't believe that shit. But I was like, I'm gonna tell mama she still wants it. I don't know if she wants it anymore, but I'll ask her. But if not, I'll just keep it because it was fucking $30 anyway. Whatever. Either way, we since it was so empty, we decided just we were like literally at the front of the stage, and we were just there having our drink, just listening to DJ, play his music, and then more other DJs started coming about, one after the other, and it was such a great vibe. It was so cool. It was so much fun. I'm glad that I went to it. I would even go, probably next year to some. I don't know if it might be to this same one, or I might go to a different one. Who knows? But I would like to go out on that weekend for Miami Music Week because it is a lot of fun. Like the even some of the DJs that I can't remember their name right now, but there were some DJs that were playing pretty cool music as well. So I was like, damn, this is pretty fun. This is pretty entertaining, and I had a good time. Also, I didn't even realize when they started playing music, and I don't know if anybody else knows, but when they buy these big ass fans and music start playing, they start like they I don't know how to describe it, but with the fans, they make noise with the fan. Let me go get my damn fan. One second, so I can like make the noise in the background so you can listen to it. Okay. Oh shit, I dropped something. So basically, it's like this. I'm sorry if that was too loud. That scared my dog. But yeah, that's the noise that people would make with the damn fan, and I would be making it too because it went well with music that they were playing. But that's not the whole night doing that noise. It was just once in a while. Yeah, it was such a vibe with especially the stage. The production was so cool. There was so many lights, there was so many like graphics on it. It was awesome. One of the things that I don't like, it's gonna be hard if it's like this every time like I decide to go to, like a concert like this, is when everybody was there. We were all looking at the DJs, play their music and vibing out to it and all that stuff. But there was this group of these little motherfuckers that were behind us. They're behind my sister and I, and they decided to, like, I guess they made like a they decided to be in a circle and spread out, and all of a sudden they started jumping up and down, like going everywhere, moving everywhere, and pushing people. And they kept pushing my sister, and I was like, mm, and they were pushing me too. And there was one particular one that was doing it, and I was just like, that was one of the things that they're like one of my icks. I do not like that shit. Do not start. If you bump into me by mistake, okay, fine, that was by mistake, whatever. But if you start doing like that, that would annoy the shit out of me. And they were doing it a lot, especially to my sister because she was the closest one, and I was getting annoyed. So I'm like, I'm about to tell him some shit, and I can tell that there was a couple next to us, and the guy was had to go pretty much stand behind his girl because they would be pushing on them too. And I didn't understand why the fuck that they felt the need to do that. Now I don't know if this is a thing when it's in EDM concerts and all that stuff. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm not into that shit. Yeah, I didn't really fucking like it. And then we went to go tell him something, to the kid specifically that kept bumping into us, because it wasn't just one, two, or three times. It was multiple times throughout, that night. I forgot how the conversation went about, but I told the kid, I was like, look, like, you need to stop bumping into. And then my sister, kind of intervened, and she was pretty much letting him know to stop too. I wanted to let him know as well because, like, I probably would have never said it in a good tone, but whatever. I remember when I was talking to him, he was like, you need to get used to this because this happens. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna get used to shit. Like, I'm not gonna be here. I'm trying to enjoy my time. They're the only ones, when I turn back, that they're the only ones doing that kind of stupid shit. And I'm like, bro, you guys, if you want to do something like that, if you feel like if you feel the music is getting you guys to be jumping up and down and doing all that shit, find an area and do it at where there's not much people that you're gonna be bumping into. Like, that's no. You think people are gonna be cool with it? They're not doing the same thing you are, so you can't assume people are gonna be like, okay, this kid's gonna be bumping into me the whole night. That's fine. I'm just gonna be here, let him bump into me. Fuck no, that does not work that way. We were just doing that. I mean, we were just there vibing. We told the kid off, and yeah, it was pretty cool. And when Steve Aoki came about, it was super cool. He was playing some good ass music. I decided to leave before he started caking people because I was like, I don't want no cake in my fucking face. I know he does that. And he did do that because when we left, I looked at, I was looking on Instagram and it showed, the place that we were, that he did cake people. And I was like, nah, I'm not fucking with that. So we left a little earlier than expected. But all in all, it was a fun night. Besides those fuckers that were bumping into us, it was a fun night. I would recommend people to go. My experience might be the same as others, but you never know. You might have a good time. So I recommend to do that thing, to go to those things. Yeah, to go when it's music week. But yeah, that was a pretty fun time, and I felt the need to, I guess, let you guys know how it went. It was super cool though. I'm never gonna. It's something that I'll always remember, and I definitely would like to go to later on, and possibly bring my brother or other friends to one of these events too. But it was fun, no complaints. But yeah, thanks for listening. Next weekend is a new segment, I should say. And yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of the week.